Alright, so the DJI Pocket 2 is a very special camera to a lot of people because of how unique it is. It's essentially a hybrid camera between an action camera and a full-size mirrorless camera like the Sony ZV-E10. Just in terms of its price and specs, it's actually very similar to an action camera, but crucially it gives you a physical 3-axis gimbal, giving you similar image quality to something that's much more expensive, and yet it can still fit inside of your pocket, much like an action camera. But the Pocket 2 was released all the way back in October of 2020, well over 2 years ago, and today the Pocket 2 isn't that compelling, especially as action cameras continue to get better and encroach on its territory. And that's why today we're going to be talking about everything we think we know about the DJI Pocket 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe, and huge thanks to Tannis for sponsoring this video. Tannis is the maker of these foam tire inserts that help to prevent flat tires on your electric bikes. They come in many different shapes and sizes, and they offer over ½ an inch of puncture protection. So if you guys are concerned about getting a flat tire, definitely check out Tannis and their products. I'll leave a link to their website and their Amazon page down below. Okay, so as the baseline, the current Pocket 2 costs $339. It gives you an image sensor of 1/1.7 inches. The lens is pretty wide open at f1.8. It's very small in size, one of its main selling points. And of course, we have that motorized physical 3-axis gimbal. Those specs right there are what made the Pocket 2 so unique and loved by so many different people. But in the 2 years that this camera has been out, it's starting to get outdated. That 1/1.7 inch sensor is beginning to look very small, and same with that display. So allow me to go ahead and present to you guys my wish list for the DJI Pocket 3. Now, some of this might be a long shot, but a lot of it has a good chance of becoming reality based off of the leaks and speculation that's been going around. The first point here is a 1-inch image sensor, and I would say this is almost set in stone. In fact, if they don't upgrade to a 1-inch sensor, there's going to be very little reason to buy the Pocket 3. And just for context, here is a little chart of different image sensor sizes. So this teal bluish line right here represents the hopefully new 1-inch image sensor in comparison to this orange line, which is very similar to the size of the current Pocket 2 image sensor. And by giving the Pocket 3 a bigger image sensor, you're helping to separate it from the action cameras and bring it closer to something like a mirrorless camera. It's going to give you much better low light performance and give you a bit more of a shallow depth of field. Now, my next wish list point here is interchangeable lenses. This of course will require some kind of a redesign in this module, but I think if they can pull this off and give you a zoom lens, a wide angle lens, even a 360-degree action camera lens, that would change the game when it comes to the Pocket 3. And we actually have some evidence that DJI is working on this kind of a design. So this is a patent from DJI, and we can clearly see something that looks like a Pocket 2 with interchangeable camera modules on it. Now, do note that all because there is a patent doesn't mean that this is actually going to happen. Companies patent crazy wonky ideas all the time that never actually come to the market. But speaking of patents, we also have this one from DJI, and I find this one to actually be way more compelling. So again, we have something that looks like a Pocket 2 body, a physical 3-axis gimbal, but then here the camera module looks to be a detachable modular design. And this unit in particular looks a lot like the DJI Action 2. And if that assumption is correct, then they might be using that same magnetic mounting system to attach different modules to this gimbal. And that would be extremely exciting. Also, the backside of the Action 2 is the display. So this right here could be a bigger display, which was one of the big complaints with the Pocket 2. The display is just way too small. So this redesign could fix multiple things, including my next bullet point, which is that bigger display that many people want. Okay, my next point here is better external mic support. So ever since launching the Pocket 2, DJI has released a very successful line of wireless microphones. And I just think it would be a huge missed opportunity to not integrate that wireless mic system directly into this camera. You could actually get the Pocket 2 with the do-it-all handle that had a wireless mic system. So I know it's possible, and I definitely want to see that with the Pocket 3. And my next point here is the magnetic mounting system. I'm talking about the system found in the Action 2 and the Action 3. They should transfer that over to the Pocket line of cameras as well, because it's a very useful quick disconnect feature. So that'll be a small upgrade, but something that's very easy to do, and they should definitely pursue it. My second to last point here is to add some kind of water resistant rating to the Pocket 3. It doesn't have to be fully waterproof, but I want to see some kind of rain and splash resistance added to the Pocket 3 to help make it more durable and compete against action cameras. And then my final point here on the wish list is just to add swappable batteries so you don't have to worry about the camera dying and interrupting your recording session. So if DJI took all of these points and integrated it into the Pocket 3, that camera would be a game changer, but unfortunately, that is rather unlikely. I think these features right here are way more likely to be in the Pocket 3. So first point here is HDR and 10-bit video. This is all but guaranteed because they made a huge fuss out of it with their Action 3 line of cameras. And this is definitely a welcome feature. It makes the videos look a lot better. The 1-inch sensor, as mentioned, I think is all but guaranteed. The Pocket 3 needs a 1-inch sensor. We're also going to see a vertical video mode built into the Pocket 3, and this is due to the popularity of TikTok and short style videos. So with the Pocket 3, there's probably going to be a button you can press that using the physical gimbal is going to rotate the camera 90 degrees into a vertical filming format. I also think it's very likely we're going to have improved, longer lasting battery life. Not necessarily hot swappable batteries, but some kind of an enhancement in this region. So these are the features that I think are very likely to be found in the Pocket 3 when it comes out. And speaking of coming out, the Pocket 2 is well overdue for an update. Again, it was released back in October of 2020. And based off of the most recent leak, this is apparently a release schedule for the company, and the Pocket 3 is listed here in April of this year to be launched. So if that's true, we are right around the corner from seeing the Pocket 3 launch. Very exciting. And let me know in the comments below what feature you want to see most in the Pocket 3 to make it worth it. After seeing this patent from the company, I gotta say, I would love the Pocket 3 to look like this, but I gotta say, that is probably unlikely, at least in the next iteration. That's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did and you're still watching, I appreciate a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.